Okay, what have we got here? We've got an automated microcontroller system that operates a window cleaning device that goes up and down to clean the windows with a head, and then moves the carriage along a rack until it hits a sensor. So let's look at the flow diagram. It's a subroutine called clean. It sends the cleaner head down. It has a 5-second delay. Make sure that it's got all the way down, and then it brings the clean head back up. Another 5-second delay to make sure that it's on its way up for 5 seconds, and it seems to have a loop that sees it done 3 times. If it's not done 3 times, it loops back. When it has looped 3 times, it then stops the cleaning head and moves the carriage forward along the rack until it hits a sensor. When it hits the sensor, it stops the carriage and returns to the main part of the program. So let's have a look at what they're actually asking us to do. Here it says input and output connections. So the microcontroller is shown in the table below. Pin 7 is connected to the cleaning head up, that's the motor. Pin 6 is connected to the cleaning head down, that's the motor in reverse. And pin 5 is connected to another motor which moves the carriage along. The sensor that senses the carriage is on pin 0. So it says, complete with reference to the data booklet, flowchart and the input-output table, the PBasic program. Well, it initiates with symbol counter being equal to B0, so it sets up the memory, and then it says on a REM statement, set for next loop to 3. So the way that we type that out is for B0 equals 1 to 3. Next it says cleaning head down. Well, we know that the cleaning head down is connected to pin 6, so you can just say high 6. Now after that you've got to pause for 5 seconds, so the command we want to use for that is wait 5, and the REM statement would be a 5-second wait. And when it gets to the bottom of its travel, you need to turn off the motor low 6, and that is stop motor. Okay, when it gets immediately to the bottom of the travel, you want it to return back up. So the cleaning head up pin is 7, so high 7. REM statement for that would be cleaning head up. Okay. It takes 5 seconds for the clean head to get to the top of its travel, so another wait. You can put pause, by the way, but you have to put pause 5,000. Wait is in seconds and pause is in milliseconds. 5 second wait. Then we want to stop that motor that's brought it back up with low 7. Okay. Now the REM statement for that is stop motor. Now, this is going to be a 4 next loop that returns 3 times, so we now want to put the command next B0. Okay, and that's repeating the for next loop, which it will do until it gets to 3 times. Now as soon as it's done it 3 times, it'll move forward, and what we want it to do is drive the carriage forward. So the next command for carriage forward is high 5. And that's drive carriage forward. Okay. Now the next line wants to be detecting whether or not it's hit the sensor, but I'm going to put in another address, and I'm going to call the address sensor, and you'll see why in a minute. Because when I want to read the pin, I want to read it if pin 0 equals 0, then sensor. Now this will keep carriage moving until it hits the sensor. So that'll just keep looping around with the high 5 command. Now when it does hit the sensor, it will eventually move on to the next line of the program, which is where we want to go low 5, and that will stop the carriage motor. At which point we want the whole program to return from this subroutine to the main part of the program. And that is how to ensure you get 9 marks for a programming question.